Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best 65-inch TVs.
Starting at number 5.
Hisense 65-inch. If you want something cheaper but still want high-end features and great performance, a mid-range TV like the Hisense 65U 8K is an excellent choice. It delivers excellent performance that won't disappoint. Its picture quality is great for various content as it has an incredibly high contrast ratio, helped by a great local dimming feature. It has amazing black uniformity, so blacks look deep and inky with minimal blooming. It has surprisingly good image processing capabilities, so movies and shows look good regardless of source. The Hisense has the edge over the OLEDs on this list when in a bright room, as it gets incredibly bright and has excellent reflection handling, so glare isn't an issue. Unfortunately, its viewing angle is narrower than on the more expensive TVs. Unlike the TVs above, the Hisense supports HDR10+ and Dolby Vision HDR for maximum HDR compatibility. It has good image processing, making it a very good home theater TV cheaper than other options from LG and Sony. It's also a fully featured gaming TV capable of up to 4K at 144Hz on 2 of its HDMI 2.1 ports and supporting every VRR technology for a nearly tear-free gaming experience. Although, like with the Sony TVs, you'll need to work around the limited number of HDMI 2.1 ports. You could also save money by going for the Hisense U7K, though it has worse contrast and lower peak brightness than the U8K. However, it has the same features and is a great TV for the price.
Coming at number 4.
LG C3 series. If you want a good home entertainment OLED but don't want to get the expensive Sony A95L OLED, check out one of the best upper mid-range TVs we've tested, the LG OLED 65 C3 PUA. It's a premium TV that delivers stunning picture quality, especially in dark rooms. Thanks to its near-infinite contrast ratio, there's no blooming around bright objects. It gets bright enough to fight glare even in moderately lit rooms, and the reflection handling is incredible. Its OLED panel isn't as bright or colorful as the QD-OLED panel in the Samsung S90C OLED. However, the LG TV partly makes up for it by being more versatile, as it has better image processing, Dolby Vision HDR support, Dolby Vision gaming at 120Hz, and can pass through advanced DTS audio formats. It delivers the typical perfect blacks and the amazing contrast of OLEDs while getting bright enough to look great in a room with a few lights, especially with its spectacular reflection handling. It's also a great TV for gamers, supporting all variable refresh rate, VRR, technologies for a nearly tear-free gaming experience from any VRR-enabled source. Its 4 HDMI ports have HDMI 2.1 bandwidth for 4K at 120Hz gaming from a recent console or gaming PC. Ultimately, you can't beat an OLED if you use your TV mostly in a dark room. If you love this TV but wish it were more vibrant, consider the more expensive LG G3 OLED. The G3 is one of the brightest OLEDs on the market and is certainly brighter than the C3, but it's not worth the price difference for most people.
At number 3.
Sony 65-inch. If you prefer an LED TV, consider the Sony XR65X93L. You don't get the same perfect black levels as on the Sony A95L OLED or the Samsung S90C OLED. Instead, it uses mini LED backlighting, allowing it to get very bright. With its excellent reflection handling, you won't have issues using it in a well-lit room, even with bright lights. If you prefer using it in a dark room, it still has an amazing contrast ratio, and its mini LED backlighting provides a good local dimming feature that further deepens blacks. It also supports Dolby Vision HDR and advanced DTS audio formats for an optimal home theater experience. It has great motion handling that makes fast-moving content look smooth. Plus, the TV has no issues upscaling lower-resolution content, which is ideal for watching content from a cable box. Like the Samsung TV, it has a great selection of extra features, and gamers will appreciate its low input lag and HDMI 2.1 bandwidth for 4K at 120Hz gaming. Unfortunately, like the A95L, it has only two HDMI 2.1 ports, one of them being the eARC port, so this requires some planning if you have multiple HDMI 2.1 devices. Thankfully, it supports HDMI Forum VRR and GSWNC, so VRR works with any source. It's available in three sizes, from a 65-inch size to a huge 85-inch model, and all sizes deliver incredible picture quality. For those with deep pockets, the Sony X95L is the best LED TV on the market but is only available in an 85-inch size in North America. Plus, as amazing as it is, it's not worth the price increase over the X93L for most people.
Number 2 of my list.
Sony QD-OLED. Although it's more expensive than the Samsung S90C OLED, if you want the best possible home theater experience, the Sony XR65A95L is a better choice. While it uses a QD-OLED panel like the Samsung model, it has much better image processing, and its colors and brightness are more accurate overall, so it displays content the way its creator intended. It also supports Dolby Vision HDR, a more widely used HDR format than Samsung's HDR10 Plus. If you like to game, it's also a fantastic gaming TV, with HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on two of its HDMI ports, VRR support, and very low input lag, even though it's a bit higher than on the Samsung. Unfortunately, one of its HDMI 2.1 ports is also the eARC port, so you'll need to work around that if you have multiple HDMI 2.1 devices. If you want to enhance your home theater setup with a surround sound system, you'll also be happy to know it supports audio pass-through for all common formats. It runs the Google TV interface with a sleek look and an easy-to-use menu. It has a massive selection of streaming apps, and the TV's built-in mic supports hands-free voice control, so you can easily find your favorite streaming shows, even when you can't find the remote. If you want a Sony TV for the best home theater experience but find the A95L too expensive, consider the Sony A80L/A80CL OLED. It's a step down in overall brightness and color vibrancy due to its OLED panel. However, it's still an amazing TV, with great processing and advanced audio and
number 1.
Samsung 65-inch. The best 65-inch TV we've tested is the Samsung QN65S90 CAFXA, commonly known as the S90C. It's an impressive TV that delivers fantastic picture quality and looks amazing with any content. Its QD-OLED panel provides a perfect contrast ratio, with no distracting blooming around bright objects, and its colors are incredibly vibrant and realistic. It gets extremely bright, so highlights in HDR stand out well, and with its fantastic reflection handling, it can easily overcome glare in a bright room. Unfortunately, it doesn't support Dolby Vision HDR, it instead supports HDR10 Plus, a similar, albeit not as widespread, HDR format. Otherwise, it's a fantastic TV with a great selection of extra features. It supports Bixby and Amazon's Alexa voice assistants, and its Tizen operating system is fast and easy to use. It's a fantastic TV for console gamers looking to get the most out of their Xbox Series X or PS5. It's also perfect for gamers wanting to take advantage of their recent PC GPU, as it supports 4K at 144Hz gaming on all 4 HDMI ports and variable refresh rate, VRR, technology to help reduce screen tearing. If you're looking for something even better, the Samsung S95C OLED is Samsung's 2023 flagship option and is an amazing TV. It's brighter than the S90C, but for most people, it's not worth the significant price premium over its lower-tier sibling.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.